Yo, 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 we are back for another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast with Josh. Let's rock. Today we're talking about the goals that we all have. And before you think, talking about goals, no, I'm not talking about goal setting because that's boring as fuck. It's actually very simple. Create the goal and the steps to get the goal to get the outcome that you want. Not just in a year, but each day and each week. All right, boom, goal setting done. We're talking about the actual goal, how you want to see life different when you lose the weight versus now. Now, one of my pet peeves is when people give me one-word answers around their goal. I'll take time out of my day, my precious calendar. No, I'm kidding. Ladies will be like, all right, tell me, what do you want to see happen when you lose the weight? How would your life be different then versus now? I want to be more confident. I'm like, a one-word fucking answer? I just want to be more confident. This is why you're not getting closer to your goal because you have a shit fucking goal. And most people just haven't really thought about it too hard. Like, yeah, they're like, I want to lose weight and I want to be more confident and I want to fit into my clothes. But a lot of people just haven't really thought that hard about it. And this is part of the problem. It's not the problem, but it's part of the problem. If someone gives you a quick surface level answer, it's just the thing that they tell everybody. I'm like, hey, why do you want to lose weight? I just want to be more confident. So that's the answer that you tell everybody, and this is why you're not taking action on it, because it's actually not the goal. And then what happens is coaches, personal trainers, whoever's trying to help you is trying to build you up to achieve this fake goal. Like, come on, like you said, you want to be more confident. It is such nonsense. Now, I get it. I understand. Some people just don't. It's a vulnerability. It's like, well, I don't really want to tell people the truth of the goal, like what I really, really, really want. Because being more confident means something different to every person. So if I just allow that answer from someone in a conversation, I have made too many assumptions about that person and I actually do not know what they mean. Because if you say to me, you want to be more confident, I don't know what that means. I can assume what that means, and this is what a rookie coach is going to do. They're just going to go, oh yeah, because they're going to attach their version of confidence to the client's goal. Because if I don't actually ask, I don't know what that means. And I tell you, I will pull that apart 100 different ways for all of our clients. I'm like, okay, confidence, but what does that mean to you? Really, come on. Like, how's that going to be different? What do you mean by confident? And as soon as you pull back the layers, it starts to get a little bit more real. And now the goal is actually coming to fruition. You're starting to bring it out. You're like, oh my God, I've never told anyone this. Or I've told very, very, very few people what I really want to lose this weight for. And I tell you now, people's goals, when you get the real goal, it's very fucking personal. And sometimes that vulnerability of wanting to tell someone is a bit scary because you might get judged. So that's a hard place to be in. But I can tell you right now, like, I've had to gain weight, I've had to lose weight. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. Like, I've been 20 kilograms overweight before. Not a good place. I've been 20 kilograms underweight before. Now, that's when I first started. If I'm going to tell you my true fucking goal, and it's so weird, but everybody's goal is weird. So when I was 18, I was dating. I was single. I was 6'3" and 75 kilograms. So imagine a fucking beanpole, a flagpole walking around, arms. Look at your wrist right now. My bicep and tricep was the size of your wrist. It was tiny. Now imagine an 18-year-old guy trying to pull chicks. Do you think that's really to his advantage? This fucking skinny ass fucking guy, no shape, no muscles, hasn't gone to the gym, just a fucking skinny rat. No, of course not. And the biggest thing I was self-conscious about, I can still remember it. I'm 33 now, so we're going back 15 years. I can remember it clear as day. And that's when I first got a PT. I was like, I hated that you could see my spine through my t-shirt. If I wore a white t-shirt and I bent over even a little bit, it was a bit hunched over, you could see like the outline of my spine through my shirt. And I fucking hated that. I was like, oh my God, it looked like a fucking stegosaurus. And that killed me. That was something I was very self-conscious about. I didn't like to wear t-shirts, so I'd like to wear jumpers, things to cover up. Hated having been super skinny because I thought, and it's not completely wrong, but I was like, girls like guys with big arms and abs. So I thought at 18. Now, girls around that age are about the same as well. They're like, yeah, the aesthetics, ripped guys. And don't get me wrong, it does not hurt in the 30s either. But that was my true goal. Fucking nobody knew that. Now, when I went to the gym and signed up with a PT, he's like, what's your goal? I'm like, oh, I just want to put on some muscle. Everybody gives the surface level bullshit answers. Unless you have someone who's actually invested in you and they want to pull that apart and really understand what's going on. And that's what I do with all the ladies I talk to. I'm like, okay, let's kind of get past the vagueness, get past the surface level. Let's actually get to the bottom of why we are here. And I'll hear the craziest stuff every single day. Like I got ladies that have been cheated on. And they're like, you know what? That destroyed me. I felt like my weight got in the road of my relationship. She's like, all right. I'm like, cool, let's work on it. Let's do something about it. Other ladies are like, you know what? Like, both my parents didn't live to 60. I'm 55. I'm 5 years away from it. I'm like, I could potentially die. I want to outlive them. Other ladies are just being overweight their whole life. Not even like morbidly obese, just overweight. They just haven't ever had the version of their body that they have liked. They got close a couple of times, never maintained it. And that's why they're doing this. Other ladies are like, you know what, when I'm at work and I'm standing in front of everybody and there's 20 fucking year old girls around, they go like, I feel insecure. I feel a little bit invalidated just by looking at those girls. And it's nothing to do with the girls. She's like, yeah, good on those girls. Fucking good on you, killing it. She's like, I looked great in my 20s, but I hate how I feel when I'm like, I feel like the old fat person at work. And this lady only needs to lose like 7 kilos. So when you really get to the bottom of the goal, you can start working some magic, because the magic happens when we get to the truth. And when we get to the truth, we can actually start doing some good things. And then people actually commit. I'm telling you now, if you tell someone your God to honest goal, you're going to feel way more committed to the process, because you're like, all right, this person gets me, they understand me, they know where I want to get to, and they're creating the plan to that. But if you just say like, yeah, I want to lose 5 kilos, or I want to lose 20 kilos, and I just want to be healthier, I just want to feel better in my clothes, like, you know that's not motivating, because you haven't fucking done it yourself. Because if it was that motivating, you'd be fucking at the goal by now. Now, mind you, some people just don't know how, and they're missing the logistical pieces around food and exercise and some accountability. And that's why we have a coaching program, to fill in the missing pieces. But I'm telling you, the best plan in the world will not fucking work until you've been honest with yourself, honest with your coach, honest with your trainer, and gone, this is why I'm really fucking here to do it. Because if you give surface level bullshit and people accept that, then if you fall off track, there's no harm, there's no foul. Because it wasn't actually your goal. You didn't actually fail at the true goal. You failed at the bullshit surface level goal. So it doesn't hurt as much. But when someone knows why you're really there, they can actually now truly keep you accountable to the actual goal of what you want to achieve. And you should be doing that with the coach or the trainer, the person that's going to help keep you accountable. It's not just for them, it's for you. I'm telling you now, when someone, and it feels like it can be held against you. That's vulnerability. But our best clients have been honest from the start. They're like, you know what? I haven't really told anyone this, but this is why I'm doing it. I'm like, all right, now we got something. Now we can start cooking. So be honest. Don't just give the bullshit surface level goal you give to everybody. When you're eating a salad and someone goes, hey, are you trying to lose weight? Yeah, just trying to lose, a little bit of weight. That's not why you're actually doing it. That's just the shit that you tell other people around you so you don't feel judged, or you can't be, held to account to that real fucking goal of yours. So if you ever end up on a call with me, I want you to be honest. I want you to tell the truth. There's no judgment. Or with my team, there's no ridiculing. We talk to thousands of women every year that want to get some help and they want to be better. And the first step is actually understanding why the fuck they are here in the first place. Then we can do some good shit. Because then we know what we're building towards. It's not just, I want to lose 10 kilos. Like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, you could lose 10 kilograms of muscle and look like a overweight, flabby, skinny, fat mess. Nobody's goal is to lose 10 kilos. I'm telling you now. The goal is to have 10 kilograms less fat on the body so that you look more toned, so that when you look in the mirror, you can go, I'm proud of myself. And then you can go to work, put on that awesome fucking skirt or dress, feel confident in amongst everybody else. And then you 6 months later realize you don't even think about your weight anymore. Now we're starting to get to the goal. It's not weight loss. There's a very specific thing that you are chasing. So maybe you haven't thought about it in detail before. I'm telling you now, like the vague goals, people never get them. No fucking successful person in life had a vague goal. I just want to be famous. Like, what the fuck does that mean? It doesn't work like that. I just want to be successful. Again, what does that mean? Vague goals never get reached because there's just no parameters around them. And vague goals are for people that are okay with failing. Because it's so vague, it's so hard to hit. There's no steps that can be done to get to the outcome because it's just fugazi. It doesn't exist. It's just not there. But if your goal is to be like, you know what, in 2027, I want to be the person standing up on the podium, getting the gold medal, holding the flowers and seeing the Australian flag raising. That is my goal. That's very different to I just want to be successful. Have a think about it. Write this down. Tell somebody, be accountable to it. And I promise you will have an extra gear of motivation going forward. It's very interesting. All right, ladies, I will see you guys in the next episode.